As we move forward to our next speaker, who is Dr. Adya Sharma, the director of SCMS from Symbiosis Pune. There's a little announcement that I want to make here that since Sir talked about law as a career option, Endeavour is organizing mock CLAT and mock IPMAT tomorrow, the details of which you could find on our website, which is endeavorcareers.com, and our team will be more than happy to assist you. As we move forward with Symposium 2020, I virtually welcome Dr. Adya Sharma and her colleague from Symbiosis. Dr. Sharma has a rich experience of more than 20 years. She is a PhD, NET qualified double postgraduate, and an alumnus of St. Stephen's College. She has a number of case studies and research papers to her credit, and she's also the editor of the book called Marketing Techniques for Financial Inclusion and Development by IGI Global. So without further ado, I would like to hand over the mic virtually to you, Dr. Sharma, as you take over and interact with our students and teachers and parents of classes 10th, 11th, and 12th on the new age career options that are available to them.
Thank you, Aditi. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, you are audible.
Thank you, Aditi. I know it has been almost, I think, 1.5 hours, and students and parents must be tired. So we will not take too much time, and I would take this opportunity to also introduce you to my colleague, Vijay. Hi, Vijay. We are meeting virtually. Even before I start talking about BBA, so I represent Symbiosis Center for Management Studies, Pune, which is ranked as one of the best BBA institutes in the country. And even before I start talking about BBA, I just want to tell one thing to all the parents and students, especially students. You have plenty of options in front of you for your career, too many. And maybe you will be listening to a lot of people. Please, when you decide what to do in the future, don't do something just because your friends are doing it. Decide because you have a liking for it. You think you will be able to do well in that sector. And then go ahead and find out information from different sources about that sector. And then take a decision based on information. Because when you take a decision based on information, the probability of it being wrong is reduced. And also when you do something which you like, you will do it well. And when you will do it well, you will be the best. Well, let me take the conversation forward and let me now talk about my institute. As I said, I represent Symbiosis Center for Management Studies. We are located at Pune. Let me just open a small presentation. So, is the presentation visible, Vijay?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
It is now.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is our campus. And as I said, we are located in Pune. Symbiosis was established in the year 2004. Symbiosis Center for Management Studies. Symbiosis was established in the year 1971. And in fact, we are celebrating our 50 years now. SCMS celebrated 15 years. And it is based on the motto of Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam. And it is here that we have a diverse community of students who study here, who are committed to high standards of quality, honesty, and ethics. A little about what we do. Academics, we are very serious about academics, and we have a periodic review of curriculum and program structure. What we are very proud of is our cafeteria approach. And you would wonder, what is the cafeteria approach? We very strongly believe that you should have the freedom to study what you like. And therefore, we offer a plethora of subjects, so much so that we are one of the few institutes which allows you to do a dual specialization or a single specialization or a general BBA. So let me explain this in more detail. What does this mean? So we have So we have 6 specializations. So we have Marketing, we have HR, we have finance and accounts, we have environment, we have international business, and we have entrepreneurship. Now, a student can do dual specialization. What does it mean? So I can do marketing with some others, so maybe finance, or maybe HR, or maybe entrepreneurship. Or I may decide that no, I just want to do a single specialization, so I will only do marketing. Or I may decide that I want to study subjects from all specializations, and therefore a student can do general BBA also. Um, Even when you take marketing specialization or any other specialization, even there we allow you to choose what subjects to study, you would like to study, and what you do not want to study. Because for us, it's extremely important that a student studies what he or she likes. For that, what do? Our first year is a core year. So in the first year, you study all subjects. And why do we do that? Because students come from different areas. So there may be a student with a science background, there may be a student from um, commerce background, and there may be a student from arts background. Now, we have to get all the students on the same platform, because a student may have never studied economics before, while there may be another student who's not really familiar with accounts. And therefore, in the first 2 semesters, which is the first year, you study all the subjects. That helps us to get the students on the same platform. And then from the third semester, you can choose, you can decide what subjects would you now like to specialize in. Also, when we talk about our pedagogy, we have a variety of things. So for example, MOOC, which is Massive Open Online Courses, we introduced it way back almost 5 years back, and this is part of our curriculum. So our students, when they pass out, they don't just have the BBA degree, they also have certificates from the renowned universities across the world. Then COIL, which is Collaborative Online International Learning, or as we call it, virtual mobility. And I think Vijay would be able to explain it better because he's been handling it. Vijay.
Yes, ma'am. So when we look at COIL, Collaborative Online International Learning, what we are looking at is virtual mobile mobility, where students from SCMS and students from another university abroad co-work on projects together. So we decide a module, me and the faculty in the other place, we together decide a module which the students will be studying together. And based on the module, the students interact with each other and come up with a project that they need to submit. The idea here is the student interaction would lead to them understanding the cultural differences, understanding and appreciating the traditional differences, and then working together in different time zones to come up with a project by inculcating all those differences in the project. So the major focus here is student working together with each other in spite of the differences in time and the distance that is there, thanks to something that we call as ICT, Information and Communication Technology. And so far, we've covered 2 batches of COIL. And from what we understand, the students have really enjoyed it and they are really looking forward to the third one.
So that's exactly what I was going to say, Vijay. How have been your experience, in the sense that how was the experience of students in the last 1 year, both here as well as in US?
In both the places, actually, when we did it the first time, the students were a little unsure, and so were we. But by towards the end of the first session, we realized that this was something different and something very exciting. And when we moved on to the second time, the students were more forthcoming in trying to connect with each other, in trying to work with each other, and trying to build up something that is concrete. So this is something that we've seen, that the motivation is building and they are actually getting excited with every session that is passing on.
I think I'm mute. Hello? Yes, thank you, Vijay. Yes, as Vijay said, this is something which students really look forward to. And most important is that sitting here in India, you interact with students sitting. So we have this tie up with the US university. You interact with the students virtually um, in other part of the globe. You work together on a live project and you submit a project report in a group where there are students from India and there are students from US who all work virtually. You attend classes conducted by a US professor. Similarly, the American students attend the classes conducted by Vijay. The whole idea is, as I said at SCMS, is to provide you exposure from different sectors. And these are just some of the ways. So as I said, massive open online courses, whether it is COIL, Google Classrooms is an integral part of most of our classrooms. So we conduct quizzes online. We share. So technology is very integrated when we talk about SCMS. Besides this, we do mock court in class if you're doing a law course. I spoke about MOOC. We have guest lectures from an industry. So we've had dignitaries from various sectors who come and interact with our students and share their experiences with them, because our whole idea is to provide you with maximum exposure. We have industry visits. We have flipped classroom for those of you who are not familiar with this. This is again a way to a type of pedagogy in which we share material with you before the class, and then so that this generates a lot of discussion in the class, because we don't believe in teaching which is one-sided, but a teaching where there is a lot of interaction, discussions, debates, question answers, and we try to do it in all our classes. Yes, case studies from renowned universities. It's not just, so when you do a BBA from SCMS, you don't just study management subjects. Of course, you study management subjects. But in the times of today, we also believe that you need to understand other subjects also. So for example, if you are launching a brand, you're launching a product. Great. Yes, you must know about your product. You need to know about marketing. You need to know about finance. You need to know about entrepreneurship and so on. You also need to know about media. You also need to know about law. You may have to take a patent or whatever. And therefore, what we have is an interdisciplinary exposure, which we do it through floating credits, which is basically through our sister institute. Symbiosis International University has a number of institutes. So we tie up with our sister institutes, and you get to study from liberal arts, you get to study from design, you get to study from media. We do foreign languages also. You get to study from law college. Again, as I said, the idea is that you should understand not just management, because you can't work in isolation. You also need to understand the other sectors which support you. Um, Global Immersion Program, or GIP as it is popularly called, is when some students get an opportunity to do a semester abroad. Vijay, would you like to talk about this? This is, so while what Vijay handles is virtual mobility, this is when students actually go to a foreign university. Vijay, over to you.
Right. So in the Global Immersion Program, the students, this is primarily applicable in the fourth semester. When you come to the fourth semester, we at SCMS have identified the fourth semester as the GIP semester, the acronym for Global Immersion Program. The idea is that both the students and we will be aware that this is a semester where we can put in something that we call as the floating credit courses, where the students have the choice of doing other courses like service learning, like the courses from our sister institutes, or going for the Global Immersion Program, where our students go into our partner universities abroad for an entire semester. We have tie-ups with various universities across the globe, like Berlin School of Economics and Law in Germany, Nanyang Technological University in Singapore, and many more. And there are three things that the universities offer. They give you a complete waiver, in the sense your entire program, the semester is sponsored by the university, where your travel and stay and everything is taken care of. In the second case, the universities offer a tuition waiver where you pay for your travel and accommodation, but there's no tuition fee that you need to pay. And the third one is it's unpaid. They allow you to come there for a semester, but you need to take care of all your expenses. And in our case, there are quite a few universities that provide either tuition waiver or a complete sponsored program to our students going in from SCMS to the other universities. This is another thing which the students look forward to when they come into the fourth semester, because this gives them a completely different exposure, which not everybody seems to be getting.
Thank you, Vijay. So as I said, the whole idea is to provide you exposure of different sectors in different ways, virtually, physically, other streams, and so on. We also provide, so as part of the curriculum, when our students pass out, they don't just have a BBA degree. We also give them an option to get other certificates, not just online, but we conduct training classes in collaboration with other various institutes. So we do equity trading, we advanced Excel, Green Sigma. These are just some of the classes which I've mentioned. There are many more. And all this obviously is possible because we have a very well-trained, well-qualified, and a very nice faculty. This is my team. That's me in the middle. That's Vijay behind me. So this is, yeah. So this is me. This is Vijay. We are very also proud of the diversity on campus. And when I say diversity on campus, we have students not just from different states of India. We have students from almost all the states of India on our campus. We have students from different countries also. Not only that, we do customized programs for cohorts which keep coming. And I'm just showing you what we've been doing through the years. So in 2014, it was for Afghani students. We did for students who came from Oman. Then a cohort from Deakin has been coming for the last 4 years. And every year we do a specialized training for them. They usually come in November, December. And again, an opportunity for our students. Not many UG institutes offer research at UG level, but we encourage our students for research. And when I say that we encourage our students for research, we have papers like research methodology, where our students are encouraged to write papers and get them published. Not only that, we do brown bag seminars, we hold conferences for them. We provide an atmosphere which encourages them to think about research and do research. So we've had various conferences in 2013, 14. In 13, it was about retail sector. In 14, it was about entrepreneurship. In 15, about the global financial landscape. In fact, our 2015 conference also finds a mention on the RBI website. We've had a finance conclave in 2016, HR conclave, environment conclave, marketing conclave. Again, the whole idea is that students should get an opportunity to interact, to learn from the best. In 2019, it was about international business, and we were honored with the presence of Dr. Naushad Forbes. We want our students to learn from multiple sources, and we provide them with that opportunity. Through the years, different people have been on our SCMS campus, be it from Bollywood, be it from army, be it from business, be it from literary world, because the idea is that you should learn from everyone. For those who want to know the kind of infrastructure, well, obviously, I mean, this is, we have a beautiful library. We have IT facilities. This is our campus. And that's, that's where our students, this is a playground, a conference room. This is our gym. So on the campus, we also have gym. We have a doctor on campus. Yeah, we have a music room. On our 6th floor, we have this music room where students can go and practice. We have an elected student council. Now, what do I mean by elected student council? It's by proper voting. So students, they campaign, and then we have online voting. And that's a fun period. Nahi, Vijay? I mean, that's a time which is really nice. And
Yes.
That's fun when we see our students campaigning like real leaders and so on. Many student achievements. In fact, I would request you to go on our website, www.scmspune.ac.in, and you will find the various achievements of our students. We have various clubs. So these are just some of the clubs which we have. We have the E-Cell, we have Step Up Club, we have the the Drama Bars, which is a dramatics club. Again, so it's not just academics. We encourage you to take part in extracurricular activities. In fact, extracurricular activities are very prominent on the SCMS campus, and invariably or the others, our students are involved in some extracurricular activity. We have Symposium. For those of you who haven't heard of Symposium, Symposium is one of the biggest students' festival organized by the students of Symposium Center for Management Studies. It usually takes place in January, and our students, and it's completely handled by our students. It's a team of almost 500 students working over 5-6 months in organizing this festival. And this is where they actually learn to implement whatever they learn in class. It's not just drama and Step Up and Symposium that our students do. We were awarded the Guinness Book of Certificate for participation, for creating awareness among the largest group of adolescents on menstrual hygiene. So again, I mean, what I'm very proud of about the students of SCMS is their ability to contribute to different sectors, and we provide them that platform because we, again, as I said, we are here to provide you exposure. We are here to help you take a decision. We will not take the decision for you because we train you to take decisions. And you can only take decisions when you are aware of different sectors, and that's what we do. So while we have students working for the social upliftment, we have students working on Symposium, we have students working on academics, we have students publishing papers. It's a variety of activities on our campus. And obviously the result is we have we have placements of which we are very proud about. I am not sharing the details of the placement over here because I would encourage you to go on the website and see the placements over there. Vijay, can you share the screen of our website? I will stop this share. You can do that. Would you be able to share the screen? I'll stop this. Just try to share the screen of our, yeah. Not possible?
No, I don't think that's possible.
Okay, so I'll just open my screen again. Yeah, so we were here, as I said, if you want to know more details about the placement, do visit www.scmspune.ac.in, and there you will find all the details through the years. You must want to know that how do you get admission? First of all, what is the eligibility? Vijay, would you like to take over?
Yes. So the eligibility for admission is you should have passed class 12th or equivalent course in any discipline from any recognized board, council, or university with a minimum of 50% marks for general or open category and a minimum of 45% marks for the students of SC and ST categories. If you meet the eligibility, then our selection process is two-stage. The first stage is something that we call as a Symbiosis entrance test, which is conducted by the Symbiosis International Deemed University. And it is a test for all India level, where students from across the country are registered for the set exam and give the set exam. In the second stage, every institute, so we SCMS Pune would select students based on a requirement, and the selected students based on your marks in the Symbiosis entrance test will be called for the second stage process, which is the personal interaction and the writing ability test. We do not call it an interview because we're not interested in interviewing students. What we are interested in is understanding the students to see whether they have the right aptitude to be able to undergo the BBA curriculum and do well in the management category. That is what we are trying to understand. We are not really looking, we are looking at the overall personality of the student rather than anything very specific. So that is the personal interaction, the writing ability test. And based on both of these, we bring out our merit list where there is 50% weightage for the set score and there is 50% weightage for the pivot marks that are there. And based on this, if you make it to the merit list, then we send you the admission letters.
And these are some of the dates which you can check on our website also. Let me also talk about our alumni. So you must be good to know, okay, so what after BBA? What do I do after BBA? As I said, you can get placements in various companies, but just to show what our alumni are doing all over the world. So we have Neha Punya, she was a news anchor at CNN News. We have Melanie, who was the editor, thought leadership at The Economist. We have Yudhishthir Rana, who's the vice president, head digital marketing at Citibank. We have Sandra, who's segment producer at Bloomberg TV Canada. We have Aditi Chatterjee and Harsha Ramchandani, who've now got admission, who started a project, a NGO called Urjayati. It was a project to get students back to school. Now, in fact, they are doing their higher education in US. We have Satyam Khandelwal, who was awarded the title of Emerging Education Icon of India. We have Divij Shah, who won a silver medal in the Asian Paracycling Championship in Bahrain in 2017. So again, as you can see, our alumni are also in different sectors. You have alumni in the media, you have alumni in the financial sector, you have alumni in marketing, you have alumni in sports. Because as I said, we are here to provide you with exposure. We are here to equip you with the right attitude so that whichever field you go in, you can manage. You become a leader, you become a management person, and you can lead. I think that's all from us. Thank you so much for giving your time. If there are any questions.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Dr. Sharma and Vijay sir, for joining us for the Symposium 2020. There are a lot of questions. I would take some of them and feel free to answer Dr. Sharma or Vijay sir, whoever wants to take up these questions. So the first question is a generic one asked by a parent. It says, how is the course at SIU different from other BBA and BMS programs, which probably charge lesser fees?
So I think in my whole presentation, that's what I touched upon. However, I'll touch it upon again. Um, I'll just talk about how are we different. As I said, we are here to uh, provide you exposure to different sectors. So we are one of the few BBA institutes, which yes, we definitely teach you business and management, that's our core. We help you learn from other fields also. When our student of BBA passes out, as we said, he just doesn't have a BBA degree. He may also have a certificate from some massive open online courses. He may have done COIL. He may have gone for global immersion program. He may have equity trading certificate. He may have another certificate on Green Sigma. So we help you to strengthen your personality, your resume by providing you exposure to different things.
Right. I am just taking the liberty to merge a couple of questions which are similar in nature. And that's about the admission process and the probable start dates and the entrance exams. So, in the midst of this pandemic or the lockdown that we are right now, is that going to affect the dates or the entrance exams, or for that matter, the admission process in any way?
So, yes, you're absolutely right. I mean, the world is facing a, um, a virtual earthquake and a viral earthquake, as I say. It's facing a viral earthquake. Um, um, yes, looking at the situation, if we are looking at the situation very actively, and if required, if the need arises, We will definitely take a decision to postpone our entrance test. That process, that discussion, those meetings are on. And as and when we take a decision, we will immediately let people know. As on date, the dates remain the same, but in this fluid dynamics, yes, we are looking at those possibilities of postponement, and if we do, we will be informing immediately.
Right, and all these updates can be found on the website.
Yes, immediate. I mean, they will be released in the press, they will be on the website, they will be informed to the students. So parents and students need not worry about that.
Perfect. Just taking that conversation forward, because we are talking about the current situation. There's one question which says that you talked about a lot of global immersions and exchange programs and placements and internships that happen probably even outside India.
Yes.
Do you think that would be affected because of COVID-19 in the near future?
I am very, very positive, and I hope this COVID-19 goes away soon. Having said that, see, I also spoke about COIL. I mean, yes, I spoke about Global Immersion Program, but we also have COIL. So if a student cannot physically go out, that does not, we ensure that students do not suffer under any circumstances. And if the circumstances are such that you cannot go out, we have I don't think many institutes across have COIL, where you sitting here, you still virtually interact and work with the students in another country. So we have options. Placements, well, if placements are affected, I mean, placements would be affected for India level also.
Right.
Right. I mean, that is something which will happen across all institutes if they are affected. But I believe that slowly, gradually, things will get normal. But please don't worry. I mean, we are working on, we have MOOC, massive open. Even now, as I'm talking to you, my faculty is conducting online classes, conducting online vivas, giving online assignments. So our interaction with our students have not stopped. We are working on helping our students how to look at internship, because we also understand right now they cannot go for being physically present. We are looking at those options.
Yeah, I think that's amazing how we have already found alternative options. For
See, look,
instance, this webinar.
yes, exactly. I
So, yeah.
mean, so, and you know, honestly, when we found COIL, we had no idea that COVID is going to strike, because we've been doing it for almost a year now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
A slightly off the topic, but I see a lot of people asking about the School of Economics. So, can you just touch upon it a little bit, if that's possible?
I would not be the right person to touch upon it. Yes, Symbiosis School of Economics. So I can talk about the Symbiosis International University has various institutes. We have different faculties, and Symbiosis School of Economics is also one of our institute. Like all Symbiosis Institute, it's academics is a forte, and see, there are certain common things which run across all Symbiosis institutes. So on that, which runs across in SSE also. Academics is extremely important. Students' choice is extremely important, but I'm not the right person to talk about SSE. But you
Yeah.
can write on all the Symbiosis institutes, you find contact details. And if you call up or if you write, you will definitely get replies.
That's amazing. I'll take one more question, and it's about the future careers that the students should opt for. So it goes something like this. Um, will you guide on future career options in courses? Because we do BBA or MBA, and there are so many options and dynamic business changes. So, which jobs should we ideally pick?
So you mean to say when you're doing BBA, then do we guide?
Yeah, so ideally, what jobs should a student opt for after they get done with their degrees?
So we have a very, very comprehensive process, you know, where we have a placement team. And this placement team, it just doesn't help you in getting the placement in terms of calling the companies and scheduling your interviews, etc. Before that, we groom our students. So we have sessions where we tell them how to build resumes. We have sessions where they interact with experts from the industry and who guide them whether these are the coming careers or these are the careers which jobs you should look at. We have sessions where we groom them how to take part in discussions, how to take part in how to give interviews and so on. And then we go ahead and call the companies and schedule everything. So there's a very comprehensive process in which helps the students decide that what jobs they should take up, or whether they want to go for higher education, or whether they want to start their own business, whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's about it for the questions. I have a lot of them pouring in, but like you mentioned, the staff and the teachers are approachable. So for all the updates, the parents and the teachers can visit the SEMS website.
Please, yes. And you can go to our contact thing, and you will find an email ID over there. You will find landline numbers, which right now obviously nobody will pick up because the college is closed, but there's a mobile number over there. You can call on that mobile. Even now that mobile number is operational. So you can call on that mobile number. You can write on the email IDs. Give us 2 or 3 days and you will receive your replies.
That's amazing. Any closing note from Vijay sir, maybe, or ma'am, if you want to kind of wrap
Vijay,
that thing up?
the stage is yours.
Virtually, yes.
Huh?
No, I think we have sort of covered almost everything for the students and parents. Like you said, ma'am, if they have any queries, they can visit our website www.scmspune.ac.in. And if they have anything that is not cleared on the website, then of course we have the contact details on the website, and they can write to us or call us on the mobile number that is there. And we are definitely sure that in 2-3 days their queries will be solved.
That's
Vijay, most
And any
probably we
updates
should.
that are there will first.
नहीं बोल say ना. Then I'll. Yes.
Now, I was saying if there's any updates that is there, that will be first available on the website, and everybody would be informed, like you said, ma'am.
perfect.
Yes.
Over to you, ma'am.
I think all know, Vijay, I think all we'll say is that, come to SCMS, visit SCMS whenever things are okay. It's fun. It's a fun place. Nahi, Vijay? We really like being there. We are missing our institute so much right now. And
That was actually visible on your faces when you showed the infrastructure and the pictures.
yeah, I'm so happy to see you. Look at the way we are just interacting as if hamara hi conversation chal raha hai.
No, it's amazing. Thousands of people have joined us, and I'm sure this will benefit them a lot. So thank you so much, Dr. Sharma and Vijay sir, for joining us on a
And can I
Saturday.
just tell students one more thing, if it's allowed?
Please do, of course.
Please stay at home. Please follow social distancing. Please wash your hands with soap, and don't worry. We are there. I'm sure the situation will improve soon, but we will find alternatives, and we are there for you always. So just don't worry. And yes, and
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. It was a wonderful session to end the entire symposium with, and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Sure, Aditi. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Aditi.
sir.
Bye.
Yeah. For everyone who has joined us for this live session, we would want maximum 10 minutes more from all of you. Symposium 2020 on New Age Career Options by Endeavor Careers. What's amazing is that apart from this symposium, which is first of its kind happening online, where we are interacting with teachers, parents, and students of various classes 10th, 11th, and 12th on career options, and we got speakers from IIM Indore, Symposium Pune, Ahmedabad University, GNLU, and all of our Endeavor faculties are also available to solve your queries, confusions, anxieties if you have. Before we call this a session, there is one important announcement that I want all the students to take note of, which is the online symposium that happened today. All the people who attended Need to take note that mock CLAT and mock IPMAT are also happening tomorrow. You could get all the details for the registrations, what happens next, why you should take these mocks on our website, which is endeavorcareers.com. All the details are available there. Apart from that, like ma'am mentioned in her closing note, that please stay indoors, but at the same time, don't give up on your preparations. There is a beautiful campaign that Endeavor Careers has come up with. It's called Rise Up and Shine. Don't let any pandemic, any COVID 19, any virus disrupt your preparations. All our courses are available online, and there are some interesting offers going on as well. One stop solution for all your queries is the Endeavor website. So we'll see you there. But before I call it a day and I let you enjoy your weekend, there is a beautiful video that Team Endeavor has prepared. That would be on your screens in another 2 seconds, or maybe 3 or 4. It's just about to play. Just stay tuned because this is the last part. There you go. Yes. So rise up and shine, people. Just don't give up. We are in this together. We are in this together indoors. So thank you so much on behalf of the entire team Endeavor for joining us this morning for Symposium 2020 on New Age Careers after Class 12. I call it a day and I wish you all the very best. Stay safe, stay indoors. Dream, endeavor, achieve.